Welcome to the most incredible marketing show ever. The show where each week a panel of respected marketing strategists, all trained and certified by the legendary Dan Kennedy, share their wisdom, experience, strategies, and insights on how to use Dan Kennedy's philosophy on business and marketing in any type of business, and that you can apply to your business immediately. Here's your host, Craig Valine.
Hello and welcome to the most incredible marketing show ever. I'm your host, Craig Valine, and with me today is my expert panel of Dan Kennedy certified marketing experts, independent business advisors for Glazer Kennedy Inside Circle. Welcome, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Over this past month, we are covering questions that come in through the newsletter or through our local chapters, and they seem to be common questions that entrepreneurs have about marketing their business. And one of those questions that came in was like, how can businesses use takeaway selling to create demand and increase sales? And so, Sergeant Chuck, let's start with you.
Well, takeaway selling can be a scarcity. You only have X amount of these items for sale, so you better buy it now because it'll be gone and be taken away from you. Another form of that is putting a time limit on things to make things scarce again for a limited time only. I only have so many of these items, and if you don't buy by Friday night, the price doubles, or we're out of them, or whatever. So it's almost like takeaway selling is like, I'd like you to buy this, but I really can't. I don't have enough. In some cases, we use it in the thing I'm doing now. Is we show them a paid version of something that's free, but I can't show that to you now, because then they want to know all about it. So when you go back, they're primed. So there's a couple examples of how small businesses can use takeaway selling.
Yeah, thank you. Steve, what would you say is the primary purpose of takeaway selling? How does it motivate someone to take action?
Well, the primary purpose is to sell.
Yeah.
It's to sell something. And so people are, what's the saying? Like, nobody likes to be sold, but we love to buy. So we are inundated with advertising and marketing. People are selling us stuff more than ever with social media or billboards or anything you get in the mail or emails. I mean, what people are selling and selling and selling. So takeaway selling means you're not selling. You are taking it away from them. And the key to that is deal flow. Key to that is lead flow. So if you're desperate and you only have one appointment a week, then it's going to come through. Your desperation is going to come through in person or on the phone or wherever you're doing this. Mark talks about, he sponsors a lot of in-person events. So we'll set up a booth. Well, if only one person came by the booth the whole 3 days of the event, he would be so desperately trying to sell him something, it would come through and it would repel the person. So instead, he's there with 5,000 people in attendance at this in-person event, and his goal is to sell 5 things over the 3 days, and he'll make a ton of money. So do you think he cares which of the 5 people buy? So if they come up and go like, well, why is yours so great? Well, maybe for you, it's not. He's taking it away right away. So they'll now come to you. And I learned this tremendously in my 9 years of doing door-to-door sales, where we would go to somebody and at the same time, we had to go to them and take it away. So they would ask, well, tell me more about that item. And I'd say, you know what? I don't have time because I got to go see a lot of people. So go into a store, and I'm sure there's a clerk there who will tell you everything about this item, but they'll sell it to you for 5 times the price I have. If you can buy it right now, it's only this much. Otherwise, I got to go. So I got to go. I'm not selling it to you. I have time. I also learned that as a vendor in Madison Square Garden back when I was a teenager. I did that for 3 years. Do you think we walked around the seats? If you've ever been to a ball game, would you say that these vendors are selling you beer and they're selling you popcorn? They're taking it away. They're walking by. I mean, if you don't flag that guy down, the beer is gone. You can't ask them, like, tell me about that beer. What kind of hops are in there? And what percentage of this is in the peanuts? And what you got to be kidding me, right? Do you want it or not? I got to go. So, and then what do people say? They either buy or they don't. And you go on to the next one. But most likely, if someone has an inkling, they're on the fence, this takeaway selling gets them to buy. So I would say, like, look, do you want the beer or not? And then you can throw in things like Chuck talks about and go, I only got 6 left.
Right.
Or, we stopped selling beer at the end of the third quarter, so you only got 5 more minutes. Do you want this or not? So you take it away with your attitude. But again, that depends on lead flow. 5,000 people at the in-person event, 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden, I can very easily walk away. So get your lead generation in gear. Have your calendar overloaded with appointments and leads and people who want your stuff, and watch how very quickly it's easy for you to use takeaway selling and understand, and it'll come through that I don't need this one particular sale. So you're asking a lot of questions here. Maybe just go back to my website and read all the FAQs. Like, I don't have time for this. When you really want it, give me a call. No. I really want it. I want it now. Okay, great. Let's go. Take it away from them. They'll come to you. Push to sell to them. You'll push them away. That's the key to takeaway selling.
Mark, that was great. Thank you. Mark, what are some of the do's and don'ts of takeaway selling?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, because I was thinking about that. Like, I think that it's a delicate dance, because essentially the way I look at takeaway selling is it's the mechanism to enforce your deadline, right? So it's a mechanism to enforce your deadline, to get a sale. To Steve's point, we're making a sale here. However, I think people that don't that do this in an amateur way, it could be really feeling icky. Like, it's a digital product, but we're limiting it to only this many bytes. That could be icky. Like, if it's a digital product, you could send out as many as you want. Like, you got to really think, what is the takeaway? What are you going to take away? And I always start, so that's a don't. Don't do icky takeaways. Like, make the scarcity believable. I'm thinking of reason why. You have to think of your reason why and make that, just has to be believable. It doesn't have to be the best reason why in the world. It just has to be believable, ethical, and not icky. I always start with, what's a deadline that's inherent to the product or the service? I'll give you a quick example. I started my first, business was a service business. I had a DJ business. I did weddings and bar mitzvahs and corporate events. Okay. So here's the thing that's inherent to that program, to a DJ. Our dates are our inventory. So especially if you're only one performer and you're in demand, when that date is booked, no one else can have you. Right. However, now think about the prospect, the brides walking around the bridal shows. That never dawns on them. They're just like, man, you guys are amazing. I can't wait to work with you. You're on my list to book like maybe a year from now. And it's like, well, wait, how do you know I'm not already booked?
Right.
That's an example, because the public, the bride, oftentimes 90% of the time, they don't even think, oh my gosh, I never thought about like they think they're the only client in the world. That's literally how a customer thinks. So in that business, we made it obvious to them. We always said, our dates are our inventory. Please make sure that our date is available for you now. And it's inherent in the process. So it's not icky at all. It's like, no, go ahead and put a deposit down and then we're yours. So that's where that starts. Another thing I like about publishing, if you really want to get your book out, and it takes 60 to 90 days, do you want it out by the first of the year? So each quarter of the year, we have it's a real deadline. Hey, we're publishing this thing. The thing's coming out. You can't wait and think about deciding to do it. You're going to miss out. If we're publishing a book with 10 authors in it and you want to be one of them, it's coming out in 60 days. So that's inherent in the product. I think in terms of that, and any other kind of deadlines, or I'm frozen again. Look at me.
Mr. Freeze.
We are.
What the heck's going on. Watch this. I'm gonna do something on the fly. See, I'm gonna change the camera to this, and then I'm gonna flip it back, and I think I'm gonna unfreeze myself. This is very
but then you're going to lose your positioning like we talked about.
Yes!
You out your best advice when you're frozen.
And you really got to be, there's a lot of scarcity here with Mark too, so when he's frozen, he's gone. You don't get him.
I only got 2 more tips to give, and then I'm permanently frozen.
But yeah, I mean, think of what's the deadline that's inherent in your program, product, and service. Think of the reason why, make it believable and ethical.
This episode of The Most Incredible Marketing Show Ever is sponsored by Chuck Trautman, the $600 million man. If you're looking to grow your sales and, more importantly, your profits, Now is the time to work with someone who has been responsible for $600 million in sales for himself and his clients. Get your free guide, Entertain Your Way to Profits, at www.chucktrautman.com. That's www.chucktrautman.com. Now.
Awesome.
Boom.
Awesome. Steve, before we move on, any final comments on takeaway selling?
I'd have one for you, but I have enough clients this month, so I'm not going to give any more advice.
Great example. Chuck, any final comments on takeaway selling?
No further comments.
All right, let's tackle one more question. Bill Glazer was very big on this, and it's the benefits of offering a gift with purchase, and how can businesses implement this strategy effectively? So, Chuck, let's start with you on that.
The most favorite word in most people's minds is free, and it's the most powerful word we use on our headline writing. And if you have a certain product, you can do that with. So by being able to say free and have it be legitimate, free gift with purchase is kind of a powerful statement. When I have many past lives, one of my past lives, I owned a chain of golf equipment stores in Portland, Oregon, and we did a lot of that with, you buy a golf bag valued at $100 and you get a dozen golf balls, or you buy a pair of golf shoes and you get a free golf glove and things like that. And it was, people came for the free part. If they were in the market for a pair of golf shoes and I'm going to get a $15 glove with it, and 15 in those dollars, not today's dollars, where it'd be 30, right, Steve? But that's the point. That's the point. It was something that you could advertise and make exciting, and our sales guys, for people who didn't see the ad, could use that. If you get those shoes today, you're going to get a free golf club. And this sale goes off on closing time on Sunday. Back to the scarcity that we talked about a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I was just going to say the takeaway selling ties right into this. If you respond by, if you're one of the first 25 to respond, you'll get this free gift and things like that. Steve, how have you used it, or how have you seen it used, a free gift with purchase?
Oh, well, I've seen it used because my beautiful wife, Michelle, is on the list of all kinds of retailers, and they love this gift with purchase. If you buy this makeup, you get that lipstick or this or that, whatever. But in our world, we don't use this fancy schmancy gift with purchase thing. It's called a bonus. We call it a bonus. Okay, it's very simple. And bonuses increase your sales when they're done correctly, when they're relevant and interesting and exciting bonuses. In fact, I'm sure everyone here has done it, or everyone viewing or listening has done this. You bought something just to get the bonus. Yeah. So like Chuck talked about, maybe I thought, well, let's talk about digital products. I mean, I have actually bought a digital product multiple times to get different bonuses. So when there's like a launch going on and everyone's promoting Dan Kennedy's launch of the newest Dan Kennedy things, but everyone's offering a different bonus, I'm like, man, I want that $5,000 whatever consulting day of whatever from this guy. So I'll buy Dan's thing for $500. And I want that guy's $3,000 whatever thing, so I'll buy Dan's thing again for $500. So adding bonuses or gift with purchase for the fancy schmancy crowd, like you don't like the high-end ridiculous retail stores, it increases the sales. People will often buy something just because of the bonus. So here's how I teach people to do it. I teach people the easy way, and I got this from the infomercials, the old Ginshmoo knife. But wait, you get a potato peeler and an orange core thing and a this and that, whatever. And I'm like, I learned that again from my 9 years in door-to-door sales days. I was selling a set of cookware door-to-door. And I remember the first sale I made, they're like, great, now here's the box. Go back to the home and deliver this box and unbox it and show her all the stuff she got, and then ask for referrals, because that's when she'll tell you about her 10 friends that she'll be in the best mood there is. So you go unbox this one. Okay. So they gave me the box. And I said, well, but she bought by a certain time for whatever, so I can win the contest, and she gets the salt and pepper shaker as the bonus. So where's that? They're like, it's in the box. I'm like, well, but she also did this. She paid in cash, so she gets the gravy bowl as a free bonus. Where's that? It's in the box. And the light bulb went off when I said, Holy moly. So in other words, how to create bonuses is you don't have to create new things. Just take some things away from whatever you're selling and then add them back in as a bonus. Because that's how they do it. Because if you order the Ginshmoo knife set by midnight tonight, you get these bonuses. Well, I'll give you a hint, even if you don't, they're in the box. You get the bonus. So pull something out of what you're offering instead of thinking I'm going to load up this irresistible offer with A and B and C and X, Y, Z, and it's all this stuff. Just have the main thing, and then have A, B, and C is this bonus, and X is a bonus, and Y is a bonus, and Z is a bonus, and you've added a ton of gifts with purchase, which will increase the purchase because people want all those gifts. As Chuck said, the most powerful word in all of advertising and marketing, it's free. So pull some stuff out you're already delivering and then give it to them as a free bonus and watch them buy more.
Yeah, you see, if this was a rock concert, Steve would be like peeking out right now, and we'd have to blow up like an amp or something.
Oh, that's it. We're done. We're done for the night. You've been a great crowd. Encore. Oh, surprise, surprise. They're coming out for an encore with their biggest hit of all time. I really thought they weren't going to play the one main song everybody came to. Come on now. They deliver that as a bonus, and the crowd goes crazy when they come back out. Wow, it's awesome. An encore. They're playing extra. They're playing more. What a great band. They played 3 encores. Oh, my goodness. They're like, let's take 3 songs off that set list, and we're going to bring them back one at a time as a bonus, and everyone will tell everyone it's the greatest concert ever. We'll sell more tickets. The power of that gift with her.
Who has more quarters?
That's funny. Funny. Mark, I know it's hard to follow that act, but, Bill Glazer was big on choice of gifts. Can you comment on that, on the power of that?
Yeah, that's a great one. Your choice of gifts. That's another engagement device, and it often gets people away from thinking, should I buy this or not? Because now they're like, which bonus gift am I going to choose with this purchase of mine? So that's literally it. And they're bonuses. So since we can't like one-on-one with every single person in an audience think what is it that they're going to want,
right?
A great thing to do is have a choice of things so people can self-select, because some people already had a potato peeler, Steve, so they don't want that one. But you know what? They'll take the mortar and pestle. So that's why the choice of bonus is really great. And I did want to point out, Craig, one of an amateur thing that I've seen people do with their bonuses is or gift with purchase, offering more of which the customer would been willing to buy. So why do that? Think of things that are more, value added, but not something that you could sell them. Think in terms of that as a filter rather than here, I'm going to give you even more of these things, so I delay you giving me more money. Don't need to do that. Another thing that's great as a bonus with purchase, I like to give bonuses that could lead to a future purchase of yet something else from you. So I'll give you an example. When I was selling my DJ's Edge marketing system in a box, the bonus with that was, we call it forced continuity, but it was a 3 free months edition of the newsletter for the DJ's Edge monthly newsletter. So that was a bonus. It had a real tied value of 3 months. But then if they don't quit, they're just going to be billed the monthly subscription for that newsletter. So that's another bonus that can be tied to yet the next purchase or inspire the next purchase. If you're a product business, maybe, oh, wow, I'm frozen again. Look at me.
That's why the best tips are coming out.
At least this is a cool pose. I look deep in thought. Listen, everybody, listen. If you tie your bonus to something future they could purchase from you, that's inspiring. Think about that, everybody.
Yeah, that was great. Anyway,
I gotta get worse tech. I gotta somehow get messed up tech here so I can get more attention.
Anyway, you know what? We've just about run out of time. Anyway, this was a great episode. I want to thank my guest panel of independent business advisors, Dan Kennedy, certified experts. Thank you, guys. And I want to thank you if you're listening or watching to this episode. We meet every Thursday. New episode is uploaded And if you are watching and listening for the first time, please grab your free gift from all of our panelists and panelists from other episodes at mostincrediblemarketingshowever.com.
What a great bonus.
Yeah, free bonus, a bonus, baby. And if you want to see past episodes, go to youtube.com/@mostincrediblemarketingshow. We will see you next Thursday. Thank you again for watching. Bye now.
Thank you for joining us this week on The Most Incredible Marketing Show Ever. New episodes are available every week on Thursdays. To receive a free gift pack from our expert panelists and get access to show notes from previous episodes, be sure to visit our website, www.mostincrediblemarketingshowever.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell up in the right-hand corner to be notified of future episodes so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate you clicking the like button and leaving a comment on what big aha you got during the show. That's it for today's episode. See you next week.